Okay, this is episode 99 from Yuma, Arizona. We are parked here with the Whaleys and the Cackleys and us. And it is January 13th. It is a beautiful day, a little windy. I know the people back in Missouri are struggling right now. And anybody north of Missouri, northwest of Missouri, pretty much the whole central, it is really cold. I think it's supposed to get 64 here today. And I know that's not going to make people happy that we're out here in the nice warmth. But anyway, on this episode, take it over.
We're in Yellowstone.
And it's August now.
Yeah, and it's the first day we went into Yellowstone, and it's just a geyser. When we first go in, we stopped at a waterfall that's a real popular spot. It gets pretty crowded. And then we went to where we hiked around a loop. It was almost 2 miles, but then a lot of it is that it was just springs and geysers and just all kinds of stuff in there. And then just some random pictures of the buffalo or bison and stuff we saw. And then we went to what they call the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, and there's a beautiful waterfall. And so I have a little video of that and some pictures. And then we went to that other falls. Was it the upper falls? I think it was upper, wasn't it? Remember how we drove to those other falls after that one?
Oh yeah.
Then had more of the trees. So then we drove to an upper falls. And if we would have went on the opposite side of the canyon, you could go right there at the falls. But we didn't go that way because it was like a one-way road and stuff, and the traffic was all backed up. So we went on the opposite rim. And I feel like we got a better view because those people were like right on top of it. But so that's basically it for this video.
Okay. Hope you enjoy this video. Okay, we are in Yellowstone, riding with the Cackleys. We got Gloria with us, and we are driving in. We're probably about, I'd say, on our 15th mile in, and we've already hit some geysers here. So, let me raise it up. More like a hot springs than a geyser, because it's all down the... Oh, there's a place to... I don't know what kind of, it's weird looking like cotton stuff there. This is called Terren Spring. So you just wonder how hot that water is. Well, it's boiling, I guess. Huh. It's boiling. So these,
Surely you don't drink out of this.
love to know. I wish they had a thing that tells how hot it is. The temperature of the water. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's crazy. Is dense clouds of volcanic ash. It says dense clouds of volcanic ash once flowed across this land. Rock fragments in the ash were so hot that they were welded together and flattened as they settled. A series of such ash flows formed the light-colored rock, a welded tuff exposed in the cliff above. Water frost roots erode the cliff today. Severe earthquakes cause sudden rock slides. The boulders around you are evidence of the continual erosion of the cliff.
But that trail that you had, get a little closer.
So there it is. Tough cliff.
So we stopped and we saw people up the road and we saw people stopping, so we came over here and here's a bison eating. So
Bison.
he's just by himself. He's a big boy, man. Woof.
He is.
He is big.
He's a big one.
This is the top of Gibbons Falls, and then it's farther down there. We'll have to get a better view. All this burned. I'm guessing probably 25, 30 years ago because of the height of the trees. Okay, here's a lower look of the whole thing. Gibbons Falls. Visit spectacular scenes of geysers and wildlife and waterfalls. Yellowstone travelers have long depended on roads. Rough cut and rough to ride roads in the 1800s carried modest traffic. Through the years, more people arrived with larger and heavier vehicles. By the 1920s, bigger, stronger roads were needed. In 1928, a 5-mile road section through Gibbon Canyon was reconstructed. In spite of breakdowns, a great deal of rain and October snows, work was completed in 118 days. There's the rate of pay per day. 30 teams of horses and 110 men built a splendid canyon road. Daily average of 763 vehicles traveled the canyon during the summer. In 1928, 1996, daily average of 6,689 vehicles traveled the canyon in July. This was the estimated back in 1928 of how much it cost to build 5 miles of road. $137,700. That was the estimate. I don't know what it ended up being. Probably more. Hand place embankment. This is Beryl, B-E-R-Y-L Spring. You can hear it. I don't know how much you can see of it though. Oh, jeez. Under proper lighting, the spring shines like blue-green and tombstone barrel. Its activity and that of adjacent springs was greatly altered by the 1959 earthquake. Violent agitation of the water is due to volcanic gases, mostly steam. Temperature of the water is usually a few degrees below boiling and generally oscillates between 188.5 and 192 and is one of the hottest springs in Yellowstone. Well, spring can create some spectacular examples on its winter.
There, but we'll just go slow because your legs aren't used to.
There?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we'll go slow.
Oh.
Okay, this is artist paint pots. I guess from the top you can see
Your legs, you know how your legs
different colors.
Yeah.
So, the name of this geyser evokes images of a gruesome event. The reality is much tamer. The high concentration of iron oxide in the water precipitates out, staining the surrounding rocks a rich red. It has been busily erupting since it was first recorded in 1882. This geyser can erupt up to 6 feet and discharges 150 gallons a minute. This is called Blood Geyser. Can go up to 6 feet and does 150 gallons a minute.
It says red flakes of iron oxide will put.
No telling how many years it took to form that.
You can see everywhere, smoke everywhere. Climbing to the top to get a view of the artist paint pots. I'm guessing because all the colors coming down through here. We're gonna find out when we find a information place or at one of our stops when this fire happened.
Es que estoy aquí, estoy un poco rayado con esto de que haga sobreexposiciones, no sé por qué, pero no es normal, ¿eh?
Someone's making some nice noise there. A lot of noises gurgling up. See what this sign says over here. Oh. Here you go, Michelle. Hurry up and come over here. From soup to stew, the hydrothermal system at Artist Paint Pots operates somewhat like a double boiler in your kitchen. Just as the bottom pot of the double boiler holds boiling water underneath, the ground here is a hot water system with hot acidic steam. This superheated acidic steam heats the ground above it, causing the rocks to dissolve into clay. The hot clay receives water from rainwater and snowmelt. This causes mud pot consistency and activity to vary with the season amount of precipitation. Area, which is the Norris Geyser Basin, which is a huge area. We're doing a 1.6 mile loop. Steamboat Geyser, world's tallest active geyser. Unpredictable, infrequent major eruptions of more than 300 feet, 91 meters. Last major eruption was June 9th at 1:21 p.m. That's the last eruption. June 9th.
We're a little late.
Or they don't know when it erupts. Wouldn't it be awesome if we were standing here when it erupted? No, it wouldn't be over us. It'd be all over that. Hey, look at that. Baby
Can you
eruptions.
imagine a major eruption?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, too bad. I guess all the people that were here on June 9th at 1:21 p.m. sure got to see it. I'll have to ask him on the way out, like how often. I guess there isn't no pattern or anything, because it's unpredictable. But look at it. Yeah, but it's supposed to go 300 feet. So that was probably only 20 feet. Think about 300 feet, how high that is. Holy mackerel. But look at how it's burned all this. Like when it does erupt.
Yeah.
This is Terren Spring. On the same walk we're doing, it's 1.6 miles. Terren Spring. This is Equinus acidic geyser. Millions of spine-shaped deposits of silica surround Equinus geyser. Iron, arsenic, and silica are all found in the acidic fountain of water that showers the landscape. With each cycle of eruption and evaporation, these elements help build miniature rust-colored iron center spines. From 1878 to 1948, Equinus geyser rarely erupted Since then, the geyser has fluctuated between periods of activity and dormancy for many decades. Ekinus has surprised observers with changes in eruption heights, lengths, and intervals. Ekinus erupted quite regularly for several years during the 1990s. Eruptions can occur hours, days, or even months apart. This is Arch steam vent. Right there. It kind of looks like an arch. Little bitty one. Bubbling up a little bit. This one is called Puff and Stuff Geyser. Puff and Stuff Geyser. This is called Green Dragon Spring. Green Dragon Spring. Steam vent. Of course, I don't think that's blue mud. Or change colors.
It's not blue.
Funnel spring. Wonder what the difference in a spring and a geyser is. I guess a geyser shoots up
Yeah.
Steam.
out, but this is
That's
That
got
just
steam coming.
bubbles, but this just bubbles. Geysers shoot up
Oh.
in the air.
okay. This is
That one
Pork
looks like
Chop
pretty cool.
Geyser, and in 1989, its narrow vent became constricted, throttling its flow of water and steam. Heat and pressure intensified until Pork Chop blew up, throwing rocks more than 200 feet. Fortunately, the astonished visitors were not hurt. The upended rocks you see today are a result of the small hydrothermal explosion they witnessed. Pork Chop's eruptions are now rare, sometimes years apart. Nobody knows what other surprises Pork Chop has in store. So there's a picture of it before the explosion of the rocks, and there it is now. Well, it looks like that because it was blown apart. Okay, here's a very active one shooting up. It's called Minute Geyser. It says Minute Geyser's eruptions have changed dramatically. Its larger west vent is clogged with rocks tossed in by
Early visitors.
when the park's main road was near the trail, passing within 70 feet of the geyser. Minute once erupted every 60 seconds, sometimes to heights of 40 or 50 feet. Eruptions now are irregular and originate from its smallest east vent. Removal of the west vent's mineral cemented rocks would require the use of heavy equipment, resulting in severe damage.
In it, and then another side of it. Nope, and that's like it used to erupt every minute up to like 40 feet, and they clogged it up. And so now it is really unpredictable, and they said to try to unclog it would cause severe damage. the falls, and then it coming down. It's just beautiful. And this is considered the Green Canyon of Yellowstone. So pretty. And then it comes down.
How many people miss this falls every year?
Okay, hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. Number 100 will be next, and we haven't decided what we're doing for that exactly yet, whether we just keep going or do something special. I don't know, probably not, but all right, we'll give you a view from where we were walking.
We're at foothills. Fortuna, I think it's the Fortuna foothills. Fortuna
foothills, which is way east, a part of Yuma, you know, so it's really a nice area. We found this area.
It's where they have the Howling of the Moon Festival.
Yeah, they have the Howling of the Moon
Festival. So there's like porta potties and trash cans here, but we basically got it to ourselves. One camper, I think it's just a single person, she came up yesterday and kind of parked over to the side of us, but other than that, we pretty much had it to ourselves.
And if you can see over there,
no,
that whole,
won't be able to see that.
Probably not that far, but that whole subdivision, and it's huge, miles around. Basically a lot of people that just winter here, and they have houses. Some of them have houses with RVs connected to them. Some of them are just lots for their RVs, and they have an extra I forget what it's called, but it's like a little building that has, I mean, really neat stuff, that has a shower, a toilet, and laundry in it. There's some that are rentable. There's some that you buy. It's really neat. We like this area because out of all of Arizona, this place stays the warmest, I guess, as far as year-round. So it's something whenever we decide to quit traveling, maybe, to settle at for the winter.
Well, because we weren't even supposed to be here. We were supposed to be
down by Tucson
Saguaro,
first, but it was just really in the 20s at night, and we were tired of being cold. It's been cold ever since we left Missouri. We've had 3 days over 60 before we got here to Yuma, and some terrible temperature, wind, weather, everything. So anyway, remember, God loves you, but only Jesus can save you.
See ya.